Companion is a 2025 American film written and directed by Drew Hancock and stars Sophie Thatcher, Jack Quaid, and Lukas Gage. The plot follows a group of friends as things spiral out of control after a billionaire's death at a weekend getaway. This is going to be a weird one to review, man. I know I say that a lot, but I'm really not looking forward to this. And I say that because I thought this was a very well-written and clever film that was kind of ruined by the second fucking trailer. Now, I saw 2 trailers for this, as you probably did too. The first one was phenomenal, great trailer, did everything a good trailer should. It got me incredibly interested while telling me pretty much nothing about the movie, and I was so sold by it. But after that, months later, we get a second trailer, of course. And that trailer, gives away a key plot point, and it kind of breaks my heart to think about. It's like this storyline was so good, it should have been left alone, should not have been ruined by a trailer. That said, it could have been intentional, I guess, because even the movie poster gives it away a little bit to some extent. And I really wanted to ignore all that and review this, as if nobody knew anything at all, about the trailer or the poster, but I don't think that would work because I think most people watching this probably at least do know a little bit. All that frustration aside, though, I still think this is a very smart movie that takes some risks and does its own thing, even while using concepts that, have probably been used quite a few times before. I love how the opening, monologue by Sophie Thatcher predicts the ending. Bold move. She is totally the lead here, along with Jack Quaid, and she's a companion robot. I hate telling you that, but I feel like you already know. And she's made by a company, and anyone could buy one of these. And the thing is that I thought that was the most clever is that they don't know that they're robots unless you tell them, which is a cool concept. It's kind of sad. They are programmed to pretty much worship their owners. They can't lie to them. They can't hurt them. Just complete loyalty. So it's little details like that keep the story fresh and not just another AI android type film. Especially the fact that these robots essentially think they're human. I'm not saying that hasn't been done before, because I'm sure that it has. But it adds a lot of depth to this film. These robots are so well made that you really couldn't tell that they are. The owners can alter their intelligence and aggression, but not past human parameters. So unlike pretty much every other android film ever made, these are not like superhumans. They have limitations. So they are not, Data from Star Trek. They're not Arnold from Terminator. They're really just like regular people. Anyways, Iris, played by Sophie Thatcher, is one of my now favorite movie characters of the last, however many years. She's absolutely the focal point here, and for really good reason. I was super fascinated with the way that she played Iris and how perfect her performance lined up to how I envisioned the way that it should be. Like the way that if you don't know that she's a robot, or if you didn't know, you probably just would never figure it out. But if you did know, there's just very subtle things that you might pick up on, and you might not even pick up on those. So Iris and Josh, played by Jack Quaid, they meet up with some friends at a rural lake house where Iris ends up killing a man in self-defense. And that ends up in a scenario where everyone at the lake house is basically hunting down Iris so they can catch her and put an end to this. And I just loved how her being a robot just changes everything, as opposed to if she was a human being instead. And, she's treated like basically an object, even though she has feelings, just like humans do. There's a lot of parallels, I think, that you could draw here, though I'm not sure which are intentional and which aren't. Obviously, there's the AI thing, which is a hot topic right now. But let's be honest, it's been a hot topic in movies for decades at this point. It's after all, it is kind of a sci-fi goldmine, right? Just endless ideas. And this is also not a humans hunting down robot type movie, and it's not an AI bad movie either. There's layers here, and that makes you think, and I love it for that. It does have a little bit of that what if AI outsmarts their creators thing going on, but it's anything but derivative. There were other themes, that I was thinking of while watching this too, but I'm not sure if they were intentional, by the writer or not. But I couldn't help think of little things like misogyny and abuse, with the way that Josh treats Iris. So again, I just have to give a lot of credit to Drew Hancock here. I think his writing was just really, really great, smart. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I feel like he took numerous sci-fi tropes and added depth to them, and making them feel fresh, putting his own spin on things. An original IP, right? This is what we need more at Hollywood. This is exactly it. I also give credit to the small cast here because everyone was really, really good. No weak links here. It was cool seeing Lukas Gage again after really liking him in Smile 2. I think he's really good. Megan Suri, Harvey Guillen, and Rupert Friend were great supporting characters, and that leaves us with Jack Quaid and Sophie Thatcher. Jack obviously comes from an acting family, and I like him a lot, especially as Huey from The Boys. Plus, he just seems like a really cool dude. But man, Sophie Thatcher is all I gotta say. I only first saw her when I watched Heretic not too long ago, and I thought she was good there, but she's way better here. I just feel like she could not possibly have played her character any better, and I don't think many people could have done a better job at playing Iris. A robot who doesn't know she's a robot, and it's just brilliant. And she just does it in the way that, like, if you met her, you wouldn't know. And if you did know, you could still only sort of tell. I think I already kind of said it in different words earlier, but yeah. And the way that she can act without actually saying anything by, using her facial expressions just really kind of blew me away. I think she could be the next Mia Goth easily. I see this as easily making my top 10 or even 5 by the end of the year. Even this early on, I feel like I can say that. I really just loved the writing. It made me laugh at times. It made me really care about Iris. And I'm still thinking about this movie on a daily basis like a week later. I'm giving Companion a 9.5 out of 10. I just can't recommend it enough. I mean, it's so good. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you at the multiplex.